Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ariel, and this is Grade A Talks, my new podcast, my baby, that I've been compelled to do for the past 2 years. I'm just no longer procrastinating. I'm executing my plans. This will be a safe space for people within my community where we can discuss real life things, real events, and situations that we experience real time because life is too deep to just talk about surface level things. I'm a very individual thinker. I'm a very deep thinker. And I just want to share that with you all. I cannot wait for you all to embark on this journey with me. Please feel free to bring your wine and let's go. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. So I am from a small town in Arkansas. Oh my goodness, whenever I go out of state, people always ask me, where are you from? Are you from the South? Yes, I'm from the South. Where is Stuttgart? Stuttgart? No, that's Germany. I'm from Arkansas. It's population 9,000, 10,000. Very small place. Very small place. Everyone knows everyone just about. That's my roots. Thank God for my dad. I was able to actually get out of Arkansas and see other things, but I am a Southern belle to the teeth. 29 years old. I am a mother of 3 beautiful children, registered nurse, individual thinker, and a woman for my people. Growing up in Stuttgart, I really didn't know how good we had it back then, contrary to, how life is now for people from where I'm from. For it to be a small town, it's a lot that goes on there. A lot of unfortunate events have occurred over the past couple years. When I think of unfortunate events, I'm talking about tragic deaths among people within my community, young people I saw growing up. That really is very unfortunate, and it really hurts. Other things that happen in Stuttgart, now that I'm an adult, I look at everything so differently. I want to say this happened in October. It was around Halloween. A white person hung nooses up, as Halloween, decorum. So as an adult, I see a lot of things in Stuttgart, and it just makes me look at life so differently. Being that I've had so many experiences, I've, made myself very knowledgeable on certain things. I'm aware of the root of all of those things. I never would have thought Stuttgart was, a racist place growing up. Never would have thought of anything like that. But as an adult, I see things differently. And Stuttgart is definitely where I'm from. You know how they say you're from that place, but you're not of that place. I just really hope that we get it together and we start to see things for what they really are in our community, because we need a lot of prayer. We need a lot of unity, because it's a lot going on down there. I tell people all the time, when I was growing up in Stuttgart, it was so fun. We had so many things to do. Those kids aren't allotted those opportunities and those experiences anymore. People are growing up faster. I'm wanting to say that, but I feel like I grew up fast too. But I had a good time, and I was able to be a child for a great deal of my childhood. It's just a lot going on. We have to do better, especially my black people. We have to do better. When that Halloween situation occurred, I was really taken aback that so many black people were surprised that happened. They were surprised that a white person would hang, nooses up as Halloween decorum across the street from a black man that served in the, U.S. Army. I don't know why anyone would ever be surprised about that. If you know anything about Arkansas's history, you know that Arkansas has an extensive history when it comes to racism and, just irrational behavior when it comes to black people. We need to stop acting like we're not aware of where we're from, that we're not aware of people, that we're not aware of history. It makes it hard for other people to respect you when every time something happens that's been happening, you act surprised. We have to do better. I'm a registered nurse now. I did 2 years at the University of Central Arkansas in Conway. Had a great time there, but I felt like it really wasn't for me. So I transferred to University of Arkansas at Palm Bluff. It's an HBCU, historically black college, for the ones who are unaware of what that means. And what it really means in general is that slaves began the university. I love the fact that I attended a university and graduated twice from a university that was created on a foundational level by people who were oppressed more than any group of people in history. I have a sense of pride because of that. I love it. And no one can ever take that away from me. I got my bachelor's of science in psychology from there, and I also received my bachelor's of science in nursing from there. Passed my boards the first time. You can't tell me my HBCU did not set me up for success. I have 3 children. A daughter and 2 boys, all of which I've had throughout going to college. So that's to show you young women out here, you can do anything you put your mind to, and don't you let no one tell you differently. When I graduated high school, I was 5 months pregnant with my oldest, Paris, who's 11 years old now. And I remember I found out I was pregnant, but I was still playing basketball. I was still running track. I was like, I'm not going to let this stop me from doing anything I want to do. I'm still going to college. I graduated 5 months pregnant. I found out when I was 17 years old, probably like a month after I had received my acceptance letter from UCA. So you got to think about it. I was in the mindset that, man, I'm going to go to college. I have my roommate who's my best friend. We're just going to live our best lives. You know, we got these beautiful toned bodies. You know, we just beautiful, young, and free. And I found out I was pregnant a month later. And I was like, oh my God, Mama, no, this baby gotta go. And my mama was like, that baby ain't going nowhere. And so went to college my first semester back home in Stuttgart at PCCUA. And then I transferred to UCA, where I spent 2 years undergrad. And then I transferred to UAPB, where I graduated twice. But I will say, although I did have the tenacity and I was determined to be successful because I knew I was a mother. I knew I had responsibilities. I knew I didn't want to, have to depend on anyone to take care of me or my child. I would never recommend that to anyone. I tell any young woman this: if you don't have children until you're financially stable, until you're in your career, until you're married. We need to start, prioritizing that. And I say this because of my experiences. I feel like I critique myself, therefore I can critique other people too. But I'm not critiquing you in a bad way. If you listen to me, you'll be better. Just like if I would have listened to my mother, I would have been better. Sometimes it's not the messenger, it's the message. The message still stands regardless of how you feel about that person. Think about it. Is the material that they're presenting to me worthwhile? Is it beneficial to me, or is it negative towards me? I will never tell you anything negative. Only positive energy for me. I want to see my beautiful Black women succeed, go out there and thrive. I want to see all women go out there, succeed, and thrive, because I'm a woman, but I'm a Black woman in particular. If you don't have no children, don't have no children. While you're in your 20s, be selfish with your time. That's your time to grind. That's your time to figure yourself out, what I like, what I don't like. I had a child when I was 18 years old. I'm 29 now. I don't even think the same as I did when I was 18. I don't like the same things. I don't condone the same things. I don't talk the same. My approach to certain situations aren't the same, because if it were, that would mean that I've wasted 11 years of my life. Every year, you're supposed to be progressing. You're supposed to be growing. You're supposed to be a better person. The year is 2023. If I'm in the same position that I was in 2022, I wasted a year of my life. If I thought the same that I thought last year, I wasted a year of my life. If I'm thinking the same now that I thought 6 months ago, I'm losing 6 months of my life. It's wasted. Life is an all-going, all-growing journey. And if you're not growing, you're stagnant. And anything that is stagnant and not moving dies. Come up to me, oh my God, you did it, et cetera, et cetera. And I appreciate that. But I had my struggles within that. And I hold myself accountable to those struggles. I went through a lot of things I never should have went through. We make poor decisions. And as a result of those poor decisions, it can make our lives harder. don't make your life harder. If you're a young woman, you don't have no children, you have all these plans. Sometimes at certain ages, we don't know what all we want to do. I wanted to be a physical therapist. I'm a registered nurse now. You don't always know where life is going to take you as far as your career and how you're going to make your money and, where you're going to go. But what you can do is set yourself up for success. That's one thing that I always kept in the back of my mind. I said, I want my children to be proud of the mother that they have. I want my children to see that regardless of the obstacles in life, you can prevail, and the strong do prevail. So you just have to always remember to be mentally strong and, just keep pushing. When I graduated high school, again, I was pregnant, and I remember going to the Walmart in Stuttgart, and I'll never forget this lady, God bless her, wherever she is in life now, little troll. This lady told me, I was trying to give me a DiGiorno pizza in the icebox. This lady said, "You're pregnant." I was like, "Yes, I am." She said, "You done ruined your life." I was distraught. I was so just taken aback. I was appalled. I was in disbelief because I never would have thought that a grown woman would tell me something like that, especially when, I'm already feeling bad about this situation. This isn't anything that I'm proud of. Never thought that I would be a mother that young. Didn't want to have children. I thought I was going to be the rich auntie. So now, I'm balancing between rich auntie and, mother, so somehow I'm making it work. But yeah, that's what I wanted. You can ask my mom to this day. She like, "I can't believe you got 3 kids." I'm like, let's not talk about it. But yeah, so I had all that, circle with people who I went to school with. I was homecoming queen. People had something to say about that. I was MVP of the basketball team. People had something to say about that. People always gonna have something to say. You cannot satisfy anyone. And if a person isn't happy with themselves, if a person sees you as a threat, and I feel like I'm one of the nicest people if I like you, but if a person, sees you as a threat, they're going to talk about you. But you know what? That's not your problem. That's a personal problem. I had so many people talking about me, so I had so much negativity coming to me at all sides. What I had to do was stay true to who I am, stick to task, complete my goals, check them off. I made my vision board. I stuck to it. And now I'm able to do what I want to do. And that's important for all women to go out and, get your career going, make your own money. When you have your own money and when you have your own motion, it allows you to have a say. People value what you have to say more. People value you more. If you're in a relationship with a man, they may not ever say it. Some men in the comments on social media say it every day. Women need to have their own. And I don't think you should just, have your own because a man says it. I feel like you should have your own because as a woman, you should want to be able to take care of yourself without, a man. That's very important to be able to be independent in that sense. Not independent in the sense of I don't need no man, because I do feel like every woman needs a man. I will never promote you to say, "Oh, I don't need no man. Men ain't no good. It's some good men out here." You better get you one. Hey, you better get you one. It's some good men out here. He a good man, Savannah. You better get you one because it's some great men out here. Do not miss out on the opportunity to be with a real good man because you sitting here conforming to a narrative that does not appeal to everyone. Every man is not a bad man. So never say, "I don't need no man." Human beings naturally seek compatibility. Maybe you're not compatible with the guy. It doesn't mean that guy is a horrible guy. Not your flavor. Everyone doesn't go with everyone. Some people like chocolate. I like vanilla ice cream, but I like chocolate men. You know what I'm saying? So, you just gotta go with what suits you, baby. You gotta go with what suits you. But seriously, women in your 20s, prioritize yourself. Be selfish with your time. You're young, full of energy, vibrant, beautiful. Your body is off the chain. You go to the gym, you eat your fruit, you mind your business, you drink your water, stack your money, build your credit. That's important. All that other stuff is background noise because you don't want to get to your 30s and regret not doing certain things in your 20s. Now you have to play catch up. And sometimes in life we all have to play catch up. I've had to play catch up a couple times, but if I had someone being who I'm trying to be to you all, a big sister in a sense, I would have been much better off. And if I not even, just being much better off, I was getting told a lot of things. I wasn't receptive to what I was being told. You have to be receptive to information catered to making you a better person, a better mother, a better daughter, a better woman holistically, and even for men, you should be open to information and advice that makes you better, because why would you not want to be your best self? We're not here to be mediocre. God did not put us here to be mediocre. God put us here to be great, excellent, succeed in all ways. So if he wants us to have that, stop believing Democrats. They do not care about us. PSA, yeah, we have to do better. Today, like now. So, you really need to make sure that you're serious about going to college, because you can make money in other ways. I don't think people understand that trades are very significant and prevalent within society. We need air conditioning, electricity. All of those are areas in which human beings use every day. And if you're going to make money, and if you want to be consistently employed, or if you want to create your own business and be an entrepreneur and, get your own contracts, you can do that with services that are needed. You need electricity, 365, 7 days a week. People need air conditioning. No one wants to be hot. You need to think about those types of things. You don't necessarily have to go to college and accrue all of these loans and put yourself in debt before you're actually making money. I'm not saying don't go to college. I went to college. I would never say that. That's contradiction. What I will say is, if you're going to go to college, make sure you're getting a degree in which it will make you money on the back end, because you don't want to be trying to play catch up with that once you're graduating. Because once you graduate, you want to make money. That's why I went to college twice. Went to college first time. I went to psychology class in Conway. Fell in love with psychology. Love the way that the brain works. Love the way that, our actions are directly in alignment with our thoughts. It's just really interesting to see why people are how they are, why I am how I am. It helps me, engage and interact with other people. Fell in love with psychology. Only downside is, can't really make a lot of money with psychology unless you further your education. I didn't really want to further my education at that point. Once I did my 30-page dissertation and presentation my senior year, before I graduated, I was done. Loved all of my professors when I was seeking my psychology degree, and I am still close friends with 3 beautiful, educated Black women who I consider to be sisters. So I had a great experience with that. But again, can't make any money. One of my friends did make money from it. She got her master's. More power to you, sister. But I was seeking other things at that point. I think I was psychology burnt out. So went to nursing school, graduated from there, pregnant. It's like I was pregnant at such pivotal points in my life, like 18, 21, 25. Like those are all big birthdays, and I just missed all of them and really couldn't do anything besides go to church and be with my family because I was pregnant. So again, you're gonna have a lot of sacrifices if you get pregnant young. Don't do it. Remember, Ariel said don't do it, and I mean that. I sound like I'm talking to my sister. That's how I talk to Mariah. I'd be like, you bet not ever. Girl, you better not do it. Ever. Lord rebuke it. Don't you ever do it. No. Don't. I don't even want to think about it. Don't do it. But I always tell myself, so next year I'll be 30. So, it's my big 30. I don't like the term dirty 30, though. I need something more sexy than that, because dirty is not sexy. Like, we need to find a new term for, the 30th birthday, because 30 and thriving. Yes. And that's what I plan on being. I claim it, Lord. Thank you so much, Jesus. 30 and thriving, not dirty and 30. Y'all never thought I was going to ascribe to that. But got into nursing school, graduated, pregnant, 25. Damn. Not my plan. Studied even though I had him crawling all around and crying all around. Passed my boards the first time, y'all. I'm telling you, if you want something in life and you've prayed about it, and God knows in your heart that this is what you want, and God knows that you've put forth the work and you've been disciplined and you've made your sacrifices, He is going to allow you to live the life you want to live. He truly is. It's biblical. In the Bible, it says, faith without works is dead. If you want something, you better work for it. Nursing. So, nursing was crazy. 2020 was crazy. I was working at a hospital in Arkansas that had the first COVID case, and we didn't know what was going on. No one knew how to handle anything. It was a very pivotal point in healthcare. It literally dumped healthcare on its head. Everything that you thought you knew about healthcare, all the precautions you thought you were supposed to take were amped up. It was really different. And even in orientation, usually you be in orientation for a couple weeks. They threw you out really fast during that COVID. And COVID for me, being such a novice nurse, a new nurse, it really made me more empathetic as a person. Because you see so much death. I saw so many people die. I remember the first time I had to actually bag a patient up. And then the first time it was like, oh my God. And then it started becoming normal. I was expecting it. And I was like, man, I'm literally bagging up dead people. And, it doesn't even seem abnormal anymore. It can definitely desensitize you. And that's not good because that's not a human quality. We feel, we hear, we see. So nursing was definitely a wake-up call to me as who I am as a person and my level and depth of a person and character and how I love people. And because when you see people who have been sick for years and they die, and you see some people who never were sick a day in their lives, and then they just start going downhill. So it definitely makes you appreciate your family more, your family, your friends, my children. I really started seriously prioritizing health and checkups. You don't want to neglect anything that has to do with your health. Health is very, very important because without health, you can't do anything. You can't go anywhere. You can't experience life how you want to experience it. You need health to make money, to spend money. Health is the most significant part of your life. Steve Jobs, multi-billionaire, the creator of Apple, died from cancer. And on his deathbed, he said that nothing is more important than your health. I have all this money and none of that matters because my body is dying. So health is more important. If you got your health, you can go make money. Never put your money before your health. Don't put anything before your health. Don't put no man before your health. Don't put nothing before your health because in order for you to do what you need to do, but take care of yourself first. That's not selfish. Some of the things in nursing that I used to watch Grey's Anatomy a lot. And this was when I was seeking my psychology degree. So I didn't really know the reality of healthcare. I thought that I would be able to go on, my lunch breaks like Meredith and Yang did, all in the courtyard, eating, laughing, having a good old time, and then go back to the floor and, get my nursing on. That's not how it is. Nursing can be very stressful. I did a lot of contract nursing, travel nursing for like a year and a half, 2 years. And at some of these hospitals, you can get up to 8 patients. And that's scary. That's extremely scary because at this point, your license, something you work so hard for, feel like it's just dangling in the air every time you come to work. Some of these hospitals, you will say something about it. You will speak up about it. You will tell them that you don't feel comfortable and they'll make you feel as though you have to do that. And that's never true. So one thing I will say about new nurses, people who are traveling, always know your rights as far as where you're going to nursing, like where you're going to nurse at, the state, the hospital. Know your rights as a nurse outside of the hospital, because the hospital has their own set of policies and, procedures, protocols, and the state has its own too. And the state is where you received your license from. So the state rules. Remember that, the state rules. So always know your rights, because you do have rights and you have a voice. So use it, because you don't want your license to be dangling in the air. You work too hard for it. And everyone that I know that went to nursing school, we all know nursing school is a traumatic experience. I would never want to, experience that again. So if you have your license, or if you're working towards your license, remember, prioritize your license and never make any decisions that could compromise them, because we don't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. And other disparities that I've noticed working in, the nursing field, the medical field, and being a Black woman within the medical field. I know people be like, oh man, here she go, talking about race, talking about color. Why does it always have to be about color? Because color matters. Color is and was a significant part of the foundation of the Western civilization in which we enjoy so much today. So let's not act like color never mattered because it appeases you to think that way. Cool. But I live a different experience, and so I will only talk about my experience. Not trying to, make anyone conform to my narrative, conform to my belief, not trying to influence the thoughts of anyone, but my experiences are my experiences, and I will only talk from a primary source, myself. Being a Black woman in nursing comes with its own subset of issues. A lot of micromanaging, a lot of people coming into the, families, inpatients, being very surprised that you're the nurse. I had one think I was a CNA one time, and I had a big RN, BSN right there on my badge, and my coworker had no badge. So it's just that perception that's ingrained in us subconsciously to make you feel that a person of a different race may be subservient. Never me. It's a lot of different issues in there. I think it needs to be talked about more. And now we're off to everybody's business. Everybody's business. ARI, body's business. At this point of the podcast, we'll be discussing current events and things that I feel are very important that we can learn from as far as other people's mistakes. Sometimes it's good to learn from other people's mistakes. And I like talking about things that are prevalent in society. So let's go. First and foremost, Sean P. Diddy Combs, Puff Daddy, Love Daddy, Mac Daddy, whatever the hell you want to call yourself. Why are you out here being crazy? I was terrified when I read that lawsuit. That's some crazy stuff. And then I only say being crazy because I would never publicly incriminate a Black man. I don't believe in that. But sometimes crazy is crazy. I don't know when we became so sensitive that we can't call people crazy no more. Some people reflect that meaning. Blowing up people's cars, that's crazy. Why are you doing this? You a multi-millionaire. You can fly around the world. This globe don't. You can fly around the world. Y'all, I thought that globe was going to move. That globe stiff as hell. You can fly around the world. And then someone from outside your community take your money every time. And then y'all be like, Black women would do that too? Even when Black women go to court, they don't never get the same type of settlements as white women do. And if you don't believe me, I don't tussle. You going to tussle with yourself. Look it up. Y'all like to Google anyway. Put that phone to use so you can seek knowledge. Very seriously. Y'all need to stop doing that. So much money has left the Black community. Tiger Woods, Kobe Bryant. That's over $1 billion right there. Stop doing that. Gotta stop doing that. Sean P. Diddy Combs, you have so much money. It's so many beautiful women in this world. And when you have money, your options are endless. We know this. Men gonna be men. Y'all gonna do what y'all do. If a man has money, we all know that a man with money may not be, the most faithful man in some situations. Not saying all men, but a man is only as faithful as his options. And the pocketbook be talk. So you get a lot of pocketbooks. Y'all see what I did with that? Y'all know what a pocketbook is? Oh, yeah. My 80-year-old patient told me what a pocketbook was when I was giving her a bath. But anyway, pocketbooks be talking when you got that money. So I don't know. But I really hate that happened in that way. Reports stated that she had went to him privately months before to get a settlement done. I guess she didn't like the terms of that settlement, so she went public with it. And y'all see, he took that shit down in 24 hours. He ain't want that getting out there. That's all I gotta say. That's just, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that's a good ass Christmas, I guess. I really hate to see black men lose money. I hate that. Let's do better. Black lives matter. Black bags matter too. The money in the bank. We have to do better. Let's make better decisions. If you have money, what's the problem? Why are you out here doing that? You have endless women at your beck and call. Okay, and my favorite topic on everybody's business, Thanksgiving, y'all. I personally don't really celebrate a lot of holidays, and the hospital doesn't close anyway, so I was at work on Thanksgiving, and only thing I really care about is the dressing anyway. So yeah, I was at work, and I was alerted on my phone that Derek Chauvin, the white man that killed George Floyd, put his knee on that black man's neck for 8 minutes. Got stabbed on Thanksgiving. Why does it take so long? Why does it take so long to attack those that attack us? Why do we do that? Why is Zimmerman still walking around? But y'all out here killing each other. People in Stuttgart be killing each other. But when it comes to anyone else, it just whatever. That's crazy. That's self-hate. We have to do better. He got stabbed. George Floyd is 6 feet under. I would say he got off easy. Thank you for listening and tuning in to Grade A Talks. I hope you all are feeling good. And that's my 2 cents for the day. And no one gives a damn about my 2 cents anyway, but I'll still say them. You can follow us at Grade A Talks on all social media and podcast platforms. I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.